Good morning, boys and girls. So today we're going to be learning about the history of social movements. Can anyone tell me what a social movement is?
I know movement is when you move.
Hey, I mean, it does sound like the name. However, a social movement is a large group of people who work together to make a big change in society. Some examples of a social movement include the Black Lives Matter movement and the Civil Rights movement. Why are social movements important? Social movements are important because they help create change in society, and particularly for unfair laws that affect people. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about some examples. As I mentioned before, the Civil Rights Movement is probably one of the most popular social movement in U.S. history. This is where the social movement led to the legalization of segregation. Segregation is when we separate people based on their skin color, and we treat them unfairly because of their skin color. And women's suffrage. So the women's suffrage movement is when women fought for women's rights to vote. And finally, the Black Lives Matter movement. This is probably one of the most recent movements. This is a movement fought for violence and police brutality against the black community. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So this is volunteers watering plants. Is this an example of a social movement? No? You are correct. So even though this is a group of people making a really good change in society, this is not a social movement because it is not large enough to make laws against change the laws long term. Okay. Now, and then political parties. Is this a social movement? Yeah, correct. No, this is not a social movement. Okay, what about this? So what about a mass protest? Will you consider this a social movement?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are correct, because a large group of people are coming together to make a big change. Okay, so now I want you to turn and talk to your partner. I want you to say in your own words a definition of a social movement and provide at least 3 examples of any social movement you can think of. You can utilize any resources you need, textbooks, computers, and after you're done, I want you to write you and your partner will write this information down into your journals. Okay. For homework, I want you to provide a description of your 3 examples and to create a little illustration demonstrating at least one of your examples.